spousified child. And I will leave links to these two things in the description if you want to learn more information. But basically, a parentified child is when your parents may have relied on you to be more of an adult when you were a child, like basically a third adult in the relationship, in the family relationship, like helping to parent your kids, their kids, and maybe they relied on you to talk about their problems, financially, personal, any of that kind of stuff. So basically, with me, my mom was mentally unstable. She had a lot of physical health problems as well. But she could still, do things for herself. And my dad, he worked a lot of second, third shift. So he wasn't home a lot when we were home. He was home when we were in school, or when he was home when we weren't in school, he was sleeping because he had to work third shift. So, I guess I basically became another parent to my siblings, and I had to do some things that I shouldn't have had to do. And I'm working through that, trying to work through that. A lot of that stuff is coming up lately. a kid, I didn't see how much, or even before they split, even when I was older, I didn't see how much my dad dealt with. I don't really like saying it like that, but it is what it is. And then when he left, the responsibilities for my mom were basically put on the kids, even though she's an adult. She was not in a good place, and she needed a lot of help. She still needs a lot of help that I can't give to her. And the relationships between my parents, for me, are forced, I guess, because I feel obligated, because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little nervous about talking about this because who knows who'll see this video. But I've got to get it out, I guess. And I know that there are other people who probably relate, more than likely. Holidays are very difficult for me. My wife and I have been together for 13 years and married for 6 years. And we have not spent one holiday together, not one Thanksgiving, not one Christmas together. Well, we spent one Christmas together, but that's a whole nother story. Because it's expected of me to be at my mom's. My dad is a little more understanding, but it's still the obligation is there. And I know last year I had COVID and I wasn't able to attend Christmas events. And honestly, that's probably one of the best Christmases I've had in the last 13 years. Sadly. So, if you have been through any of that, or even the spousification, I don't want to really air people's dirty laundry, but that sort of thing happened in my family as well, not with me. There was nothing else, nothing bad that happened per se, but yeah, I'll just leave it at that. And I really feel for any of you who've been I say that it's hard for me to set boundaries. That's a biggie for someone who's been parentified. But I would like to say that I'm working on that too. There's really a whole lot more to that, but that's the basics of my story of being parentified. So, with that being said, I just want you to know that there is help. I hope that any of you that are younger than me, even older than me, but especially younger than me, that may not have been going through this stuff this long, or are in the situation right now, know that you are valuable and you're worthy, and you should be able to be who you are and not who you are expected to be. Yeah, I didn't get to have the college experience. I didn't go back till later, but that's okay. I did it, and I'm proud that I did. We don't have to we don't have to think that we only have one shot at something. It's never too late to heal. It's never too late to go back to school. It's never too late to set boundaries. It's never too late for any of that. We just have to do it on our own time, when the time is right, and when we're ready to deal with what may come with it. It's really hard to do alone. So, this year, we were gonna do a Friendsgiving today, but it got postponed. That's okay. So basically what I'm doing is going to see my parents briefly and extend family Thursday, and then we'll do our Friendsgiving a little later, whenever that time is right. Some events have happened. I think that having a chosen family is very important when your family doesn't support you in the ways that you need to be supported. I think that low contact or no contact is ideal when your family isn't supportive or only focused on themselves or not even there. The ironic thing, or maybe not so ironic thing, about being parentified as a child is that I'm still taking care of my mother, and not literally, but like, I don't know, she could Google things that she needs answers to. She has people who live closer to her to do things for her. I don't need to take on all of these responsibilities like I used to. When I was a kid, I felt like I didn't really have a choice, but now I do. And you do. I know it's hard to say no, it's just a word that we have to learn. And just take it step by step, day by day. Keep focusing on ourselves. Do the things that we want to do and the things that we need to do to take care of ourselves, because I'm at the point in my life where I'm having health problems and I have my own mental health problems, and I'm doing all the real adult things, and I don't have time to do that. If I wanted a child, I would have had a child. So I just want you to know